Stop complaining. Stop complaining. You on some whole, he on some whole other shit over here. He on some whole other shit.
And more money, let them know like you're gonna get a hit if you do some rap stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, appropriation, like they be getting their money. I was just about to talk about that too. Appropriation. Is it appropriation when they do? Because you know Miley Cyrus. Like think about it. You got like Miley Cyrus. You had Justin Bieber, and you had like even Katy Perry and Pink. You remember? I don't know if y'all remember Pink. She used to do like some hip hop stars, some like R&B stuff too. Do you think that's appropriation? Are they taking from the culture without like?
I don't know. Like
without giving.
The way I look at it is, if it seems forced, then 9 times out of 10 it's not really them. Yeah. So then it's appropriation. You feel me? But if I hear sincerity and the genuineness in what you're doing, and if they decide to label it hip hop, and your skin ain't the typical hip hop skin, you feel me? I can accept it as hip hop, like, cause hip hop is what we do. Like, you feel me? Like people don't look at it like that, but it is. Like, and Busy B himself told me that. You feel me? Like, rap is a thing that we do. You feel me? And hip hop is something that we live.
Right.
So if you telling me your truth, but your skin and my skin on opposite sides of the barrier, who am I to say that that's not hip hop?
That's true. That's true. Now, and we got a newer person. I don't know if y'all know about this, but we got a new person that's kind of like on that culture too. Well, she's not really new. Fergie. Y'all remember Fergie
from Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah, yo, I heard she got a new album out, and I was unfortunately I was listening to this with a female friend of mine, a few weeks ago, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, it's actually pretty good. And I was real surprised, yo. It's like
what's up, guys? It's your boy Shepsworth Bentley, and make sure you guys check out Homegrown Radio every Sunday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. It's new, fresh Baltimore radio.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Couple minutes left in the segment.
Sure.
Change is good.
Yes.
Knowing when to make that change in your life. And I think it's important that you know a strategy. You know where you need to go. But change is good. Everything don't stay the same.
Right.
And if you're a person, especially for old people, that can't accept change, then it's kind of hard. Right. I was going to a church. I'm gonna make this real brief. I was going to a church that could not, some older members. I attended the second oldest black Presbyterian church in the country. That's one. And why are you laughing?
It's bad that you even knew that.
And that's a soundbite. Yeah. So
thank you, Eric.
we would play certain music, and we implemented a lot of equipment or instruments like drums and piano, and the style of singing changed. And 2 people out of the congregation, after the service, they would go up to the pastor, sit down, and say, "Hey, sit down. Let me talk to you." And they will critique each song in the service every week. And it was change. It was evolution. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they could not begin to accept it. Like, they are used to the traditional hymn.
The Negro spiritual.
Yes. Not only that.
Hey, everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Our topic tonight is Spirit of Thanksgiving. And I have in the studio with me my husband, Titus James. TGIW, you listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show. Did you find a parking space?
Yeah, I found a new parking space.
Oh, wait.
Park right there with people from the 65.
Really?
Yeah.
It's close. Is the one that's closer up? Is that the one? Okay. Well, anyway, everybody, yeah. So if you've ever been to the studio, sometimes parking can be a little scarce, and it's like a treasure hunt for parking spaces.
It's the worst.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's just Baltimore
Especially
City.
it's cold. It's cold too.
Oh God. So let me just let y'all know, family. You know, this is the season finale, so we know we had to end it on a great note, right? Oh, thank you. Ezra's always looking out for me. Because he always knows I need a charger. Every time I come here, every Wednesday, what do I say?
Do you got a charger?
Every Wednesday. All right. So we got a lit show for you. We have Mark Gray in the building. Also with him is Tiana from Skyline Foundation. They are both representing Skyline Foundation tonight. I'm excited to have them on the show. Mark is a good friend of mine. I met him not too long ago, maybe about a year or so ago, and I attended a Feed the Homeless event that he was hosting, and I've been able to support a couple of those events. I've even been able to get my church involved with helping that effort as well. So I'm excited about all that Skyline Foundation is doing. As a matter of fact, this weekend they're going to be doing a few Feed the Homeless events. Them girls will be there this weekend. On Sunday. Yeah, if you don't know who Them Girls is, that consists of myself, Miss Be Inspired, Demita Queen, and Deborah Franklin. We Them Girls, determined, empowered, motivated. And we will be showing up on Sunday to that event just to bring some exposure to what is going on here in Baltimore and what Skyline Foundation is doing. I am a huge advocate. Y'all already know this. I am a huge advocate for supporting the positive efforts that are going on in the city. There's, every time you turn the news on, you're hearing about the murders that's happening. But there's so much more to this city than that. You have people that are doing some amazing things, and I am all about supporting that. I'd love to support everything that is going on in this city, but because I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I have a lot of stuff going on, I'm not able to support everything, so I have to be wise. But I'm grateful that I was able to partner with Skyline Foundation, and you'll get to meet him and Tiana tonight. And he actually has a whole team of people that he works with, and I'm just happy to partner. And Them Girls will be partnering with Skyline Foundation, and again, we'll be there this weekend. So y'all gotta make sure y'all support. Y'all have to support. He'll be in here a little while in the studio.
There's no sound. She can't hear.
She can't hear?
Oh no, I mean we can hear now. That was a little.
Okay. It was earlier. Then you know what? I was doing all that talking.
I was just making
and nobody.
No, I mean, our sound's been on for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they were fixing out there.
Earlier. Okay.
Yeah. Because you heard it when it turned on.
I did.
On your phone.
Oh yeah.
See? How did you know sound?
Dummy moment.
We all have. It's been a long week.
It's okay. The same thing happened to me because I went on and I read the comment and I was like, how long ago was this? And then I was like, wait, hold on. I just heard it.
Right.
So why what?
Bleeper.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Well, it's good. But thank you for reading the comments because, but you always good at that, though. You stay up on the comments.
Yeah, I be trying.
You stay up on the comments. So, yeah. So, if you didn't hear me, again, we have Mark from Skyline Foundation and also Tiana from Skyline Foundation that will be joining us in the studio in just a little bit at 7:30. We'll be interviewing them and finding out all the great things that they're doing, not just here in Baltimore, because they're doing stuff in DC and they want to really branch out. So we'll get a chance to talk to them a little bit later to hear what they're doing. And again, Them Girls are going to be there this weekend. I am so excited. And speaking of Them Girls, myself and Demita Queen will be going on Deborah Franklin's new show in DC. She has a new radio platform that she's going to be on, and Them Girls are going to be there this weekend interviewing.
Oh, that's Aisha.
Also, Wisdom on the Wall was featured by the one and only Sabrina Williams and Sisters in Strength. Our book was featured, and we're going to be interviewed this coming Saturday morning on Must Be the Music radio show.
That's what it is.
Yes.
I'm a buy a book right after this.
Okay. Yes.
No, right after this show, I'm not bluffing.
Okay.
I'm buying a book.
Hey, my mother love that book.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Juanita Braylon, one of my friends. She's down in Charleston, North Carolina, I believe it is. She's a good friend of mine. She gave our book a shout out. She was saying that all day today she's been reading it. It's a page turner. Like, I don't know what. So to me, when I hear people saying that really, 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 yeah, that's a big motivation. So shout out to Juanita. Shout out to everybody who has purchased the Wisdom on the Wall book. Please know that we appreciate you. Myself, Kadisha Carroll, and Alicia Adams, we are the authors of Wisdom on the Wall. And as a matter of fact, we are having our second workshop February the 3rd, 2018, and this one is going to be lit because we're going to have a panel of all single men that's going to be talking to the women that are going to be there about relationships. And it's not just limited to the women. Fellas, y'all are welcome to come out to the workshop because we're going to be talking about relationships.
I'm about to go to that.
Oh yeah, and it's free. The registration is free. We do take up what they call a love offering there because we do have expenses associated with the workshop, but we do not charge registration for people to come because for us this is ministry. We really want to help people. We really want to empower people. When people come to our workshops, we want them to be changed. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Who else? We have Aisha Edwards coming in the studio.
Oh
tonight.
yeah.
Yes.
Aisha.
The Do It All girl. I'm excited because her and I had a conversation earlier, and you just never know the reason why you're connected with people. You never know the impact that you will have on them or that they will have on you. And to me, like I always said, the Be Inspired radio show platform has been the conduit, if you will, or the channel for a lot of people to find themselves or to promote themselves or even to change their image. So I'm excited because Aisha will be coming to us tonight talking to us about where she is in her life currently. And you know how I'm not going to take away from her story. I want her to share, but she has a major story that she's going to share with us tonight, and we're going to be interactive. We're going to give her some feedback. She is the do-it-all girl. She's very inspirational, and before she came as a financial advisor, right, and she gave some really good advice. She's smart. I'm telling you, she knows about the money market. She knows about stocks. She knows about real estate. She knows about all of that. But sometimes, you know, you can be stuck in one lane, and you're so much bigger than that. So we get to hear from Aisha this evening. Y'all gonna leave this show feeling so inspired tonight because that is our goal, the Be Inspired radio show. So stay tuned. When we come back, a few announcements, and then we'll be getting started with our interview with Mark and Tiana of Skyline Foundation. Please stay tuned to the Be Inspired radio show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice.
Ooh,
it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was...
that rubbing alcohol.
You know.
What brand?
Back then I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and
no, the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my drink.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I loved the bottle.
Because you can light it on fire.
The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor, and we was talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I was bust out laughing. I got ching-ling, ling, 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 glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all though. I had to.
Because you had your body.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't have any hair back then.
Oh.
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope. I was just fine. I was like, oh, your glass broke, and it was winter, dead of winter.
Check more of these funny moments out when you tune into BeExposedRadio.com.
Is what it is. Radio show.
Go ahead. All right, listen. All right, say situation. Because I keep telling y'all, it's different situations in the child support thing. You can't just pinpoint one thing. You can't just say, oh, here it did be. That's why you're on child support.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay. Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HL7 Azrael.
Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
You already know your boy Blizzard.
Brr.
Yeah. You know, that was very appropriate. Saying how it's like butt crack below zero outside.
Yeah.
I'm getting clowned all day.
So cold.
Crazy.
So yes.
Look what you did, Blizzard.
It's all your fault.
I'm suffering too.
Look what you did.
I gotta work in this type of condition.
It's all your fault.
Stop being so cool.
Exactly.
Blame my forefathers.
Let me tell you one thing. Like, I don't think nobody was ready for the cold we didn't have for the past 2 days.
I wasn't.
People was in them stores like Big Dog buying hats and gloves and earmuffs and scarves and everything. I don't think nobody was ready.
So, about that, I was talking to my grandmother about that because I saw this video, or someone told me that humans are it was Gray Matter. I met him at the Baltimore Boom Bap Society. Shout out to Gray Matter. But yeah, so basically he was like, humans are very domesticated. Anytime that we hear sign of trouble, even if it's not gonna be that bad, we rush to the stores.
Right.
So, and it happened that day when the snow came and it really started getting cold.
Right.
Because they said we weren't expecting any inches of snow.
Right.
And people still ran out to the store.
Right. Yeah, people did. Not us. Well, first of all, I try to stay stocked because I have kids. So I try to keep the refrigerator at the bare minimum with the staples like milk and eggs and bread and oatmeal, you know, stuff like that. But so I'm not like darting off to the sun unless they say it's going to be like a blizzard.
No, yesterday.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. But no, yesterday, the way that wind was blowing, you was out yesterday, that wind was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't ready.
I felt like that joint was picking up the truck for real, man.
Mm-hmm. It's
like
not
the
a
car
joke.
was tilted to the side, like,
Yeah, it's not a joke. I'm telling you. So everybody on the East Coast, because even North Carolina, Atlanta, different ones they got snow.
Atlanta before it even snowed here. That's weird.
Yeah. So everybody on the East Coast, stay warm, bundle up. You are no match for the cold weather. Do not go outside with your whole chest open. You know how our grandmothers all say you'll catch cold in your chest.
Yeah.
You catch pneumonia. But either way, you don't want to expose yourself to that kind of cold because it'll just like shock your body. You don't want that.
You don't want to be sick.
All right, so we're gonna take these next 3 minutes and do announcements. So Azrael, go.
No, not the Baltimore Boom Bap Society. Baltimore Beat Club coming February 2nd. HL7 Azure is going back out there, you know, doing my, oh yeah. And I've made a little comeback to music, I guess.
Yeah.
I keep fading in and out, but I'm gonna start doing stuff again.
Wait. So,
feeling it for now.
Show them this necklace you just got. I'm sorry, it's so nice. It's so hot.
Yeah, I forgot.
I know everybody can't see it, but it is a microphone. It is like iced.
I ain't signed up
and everything. Isn't that nice? I was like, I need to get one.
Yeah, money over there.
Because I'm the hostess.
Look at the watch.
And I got the watch.
You know, a little employment help you to do that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
buddy.
You get a little employment.
$1 million on his body over there.
Azure coming back brand new.
Yeah.
I ain't mad, son. Got the haircut?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, when you're able to buy yourself a little something, it does something for your confidence. It really does. It does make you feel good.
Treat yourself,
man.
That's right. You work hard. You work hard.
Ever since I got this watch, anytime that I'm just bored, I just be like, because it feels nice having, the weight on your arm.
Would you say you want to know what time it is?
Right, they ain't gonna pull out the phone no more.
Wait a minute.
Straight, I'm gonna put the phone in the pocket. Like,
we talk about this watch he got. If y'all don't understand what's going on, this watch.
It's just like when you have a watch, it's just like the weight on your arm feels good. It's just like because I know what it is.
That's right.
Bars.
I know what it is. All right. So. Announcements. I told you in the first half of the show, at the beginning of the show, that them girls are going to be at the Skyline Foundation Feed the Homeless event this Sunday. What is this? December the 17th. We'll be there from 1:30 until 4:30, I believe it is. We'll be out there supporting that event. Mark and Tiana will be in the studio in just a few minutes to talk about that. They also have one in DC on December the 16th. Nice. We kind of wanted to go there to that one because we're going to be in DC. Them girls are going to be in DC on Saturday night for our interview, but you know, everybody's schedule wouldn't allow for that. So we will be there on Sunday. And then Wisdom on the Wall, our next workshop is February the 3rd. I'll make sure you all have more information about that. I'll post it to the Be Inspired Radio Show page, and those who follow me on social media, you'll be able to see posts about it. A lot of stuff going on. I'm also going to be a speaker at the Beauty Over Brunch, the second annual Beauty Over Brunch event in 2018, March 24th, 2018. Yes, I will be a speaker. Last year or this year, I was the host of that event and I got upgraded. So next year, I will be a speaker at the same event. So I'm excited about that. A lot going on in Miss Be Inspired's world, but I'm excited about it all. 2018 is shaping up to be an amazing year. If you haven't started planning, just start putting some things down on paper, some things that you really want to do for 2018. You can do it. You still have enough time. Trust me, whatever it is your dream is, go after it. You can achieve it. I am a living witness. Let me tell you, all of the hurdles and things that I have gone through in my life, most people would have been like, nah, I'm not going to, but I did not allow that to dictate to me how my future was going to be. And because of that motivation and determination, and also having a strong support system, I know that sometimes it's hard to find people who will support you no matter what. And at some point in my life, that was my story. It was hard for me to find somebody that would support. But when I decided, when I made up in my mind that there were some things that I wanted to achieve, the right people started to come around me. The right people started to gravitate. And it wasn't just about them helping me, but then I found out that I could help them. So this is so much bigger than just you accomplishing your dreams. You accomplishing your dreams is also associated with helping somebody else. So get to it, y'all. 2018 is fast approaching. We only have like 3 more weeks left in this month, if that.
It's gonna come by real fast.
Yes. So we'll be in 2018 before you know it. Start planning for some things that you want to do. Listen, our guests will be coming into the studio after this break. Mark and Tiana of Skyline Foundation. They will be in here in just a few minutes. So make sure you don't go nowhere. Okay. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BigExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. He's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you know you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of thing. But you know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh,
man. Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio. I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor. And my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice. Ooh, it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much. I was a 151
kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was...
that rubbing alcohol.
You know.
What brand?
Back then I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have, what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and...
No, the other one, who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my drink.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I loved the bottle.
You can light it on fire.
The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So. I was sitting on the floor, and we was talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I was bust out laughing. I got ching-ling, ling, 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 glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all, though. I had to go.
Because you had your bun.
Actually, I didn't. I ain't have any hair back then.
Ooh.
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Suck down a drink and a shot.
Yes.
Ran back.
Oh wow. Y'all was good. We back on?
No, yeah. No.
Oh, welcome back everybody to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com with your girl Miss Be Inspired on the mic. Only got one go.
Blizzard, you always go second. That's because you got a mouthful of Sour Patch. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel Azure, but no, you always go second. What?
You did you mess up the order?
Yes.
I don't know.
You're
man.
messing up the natural order of things.
What's going on?
I don't know. It's a shit, man. I feel like a midget.
I know, that's what I said.
Come on, Blizzard.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. We appreciate you tonight for tuning in to the season finale of the Be Inspired Radio Show. We are taking a much-needed break for the holidays, but we will be back January the 3rd, 2018. What is going on here? It's like candy toss. Which one?
I felt like he needed it. He was just like, and then we locked eyes.
All right, I'm up now. I'm good.
But anyway, yes, this is the last show for 2017. We're excited. Everybody is in party mode. Y'all can see I have my reindeer antlers still on from my holiday party at work. I just kind of transferred it over to tonight. And also, the Be Exposed family is here. We're celebrating our win, the Baltimore Music Award winner, radio station of the year. So that's why everybody is here tonight. We're partying, celebrating that. And also, holiday.
They heard the bell.
Oh yes. This will get rang frequently throughout the night. You say something powerful, we go bang or whatever, or just randomly if we feel like it.
Okay.
So With that being said, we have our guests in the studio tonight, which I'm excited about. We have Mark and Tiana. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
I did it. Y'all, cause y'all not gonna mess up a name. Woo!
Yeah.
I got it right tonight. Okay. Tiana and Mark are here from Skyline Foundation. I'm excited. I had a chance to meet Mark, I think, last year, at a Feed the Homeless event that he was hosting. I was happy to be part of that. I've even gotten my church involved in helping, and now them girls will be partnering with Skyline Foundation. We'll be there Sunday. So without further ado, let me stop doing all the talking, because y'all know I can. We're gonna put the spotlight on Mark and Tiana and Skyline Foundation.
Skyline doing big things, y'all.
Yes, absolutely.
52 cities in 52 weeks, and we
Let's
on
go.
our way.
Yeah.
We do Baltimore and DC every month, Chicago, New Orleans, Philadelphia. Next year we're picking up Pittsburgh, Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, Charlotte, Atlanta, Fort Myers, LA, and Dallas.
Wow.
I'm gonna be traveling.
Yes.
That's the tour life right there.
Yes.
You got a choice.
Get that Skyline tour bus.
That's right.
Put that on the list too.
That's
Put
right.
that on the buddy list.
That's what's up.
Hey.
That you should. If
So
y'all
we
gonna
can
be doing
take
that kind of
people with
traveling.
us.
Yeah, y'all gonna need that. Y'all
Somebody gotta do it, because the government ain't doing nothing. Last time I checked.
Ring that bell.
But we ain't gonna drop no names.
Whoa.
What we on number 45? It started with.
We go back.
That was
what about number 40? It started.
Obama did some work.
Number 40.
Him and,
Number 40.
Michelle.
If I'm not mistaken,
They did. They
You know?
attempted. They didn't have the help that they needed.
Yeah, they didn't have the help, but they did try
support.
to at least get all the homeless people inside of a home. It
Yeah.
just takes a lot of work and a lot of more paperwork, because the United States is all about paperwork.
Isn't it?
Bureaucracy.
That's
You
exactly
know?
what it is.
Crazy, man.
Bureaucracy.
What's the building on Utah?
What?
Man, I got a cot in the back. I stay in that building. Every time I turn around, there's a fee for this, paperwork for that.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. I know all too well. So talk about, so Tiana, what is your role with the Skyline Foundation? How are you supporting?
I am his can I say right-hand woman?
Yeah.
I am his right-hand woman. I am his right-hand woman for Washington, D.C. and for Baltimore.
Nice.
I'm actually from PG County, so coming up here is a lot, but I really embrace it when I am here because there's so many homeless people here.
Yes.
I thought there was a lot of homeless people in D.C., but Lord, it's like it matches.
Mhm.
It's really, really a lot of homeless people. I started in April of last year. Yeah, April of last year, and then I started bringing tables, and I started bringing clothes, and I started bringing toiletries, and then I started bringing friends.
Yes.
You know, so it's just grown, and it's grown so much that, like, this Saturday, just DC alone, we're going to have at least 20 volunteers.
Yes.
We are going to have at least 20 volunteers, I must say. And I am so proud that all of my hard work is finally paying off.
Yes.
And yes, I know I've been doing it for a year and a half, but those consistent volunteers really helped me and really put me in a good space in my head, and you know, as normal, because I'm actually feeding the homeless. Not only am I feeding the homeless, but there's other people who want to see the vision too.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yes, you did. So, Mark, how did Skyline Foundation start?
Skyline Foundation started through Skyline Models.
Okay.
I started Skyline Models over 10 years ago. God, people ask me all the time, how'd you get started? I researched. You know, 10, 15 years ago, you didn't have technology on the internet like you had now. So I asked a lot of questions. I met with a lot of people. I researched as much as I could on the internet, and I was in the library 24/7 reading. Because there ain't no pictures in books in libraries. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, you gotta know the ins and outs of anything that you want to get into. Because people are gonna ask you many questions that you've never had asked. You're gonna ask me a question. You're gonna ask me a question. You're gonna ask me a question. Tiana's gonna ask me a question.
Mhm.
If I don't know how to answer that, what's the first thing you're gonna think?
You don't know what you're doing.
I don't know nothing.
That's the
You know
first thing
what
I
I
would
mean?
think.
So, Skyline Foundation started about two years ago, and I got tired of being like everybody else in society, shrugging my nose up, ignoring them, treating them like they're an animal. You know what I mean? Not giving a damn.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to make change?
Yes.
I'm not even from here, but I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I called a buddy of mine. Meet me at City Hall.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Feeding the homeless. And I came up here and we got together and we passed out individually 50 lunch bags.
Wow.
Now my lunch bags, I don't know who does what. I don't care. That's your business. Don't want to know. They ain't got nothing to do with me nor Skyline Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Skyline Foundation, if we ever, the only time we do lunch bags is if something's spare the moment,
Mm-hmm.
or we have something left over and we got bags and we can throw something together and we're in the car and we
Right.
see this person at an intersection, that person, this person, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we go to a new city. Where do we get in? Where can we get in and fit in at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
So, before I step on your toes, let me go to City Hall, walk around. Let me go to Inner Harbor, walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Power plant, walk around. Up and down Pratt Street, Martin
Yeah.
Luther King, the road behind Camden Yards that leads up to the Inner Harbor. Homeless people are
Everywhere.
Yeah, that is true.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting worse because all the counties are making it illegal to panhandle.
Yes.
So
That's
where are
very
you
true.
gonna go? Instead of making it illegal to panhandle, fix the problem.
Right.
Right.
You're not doing. It's just like crime.
All these
How can
borderline
we get
That's
Baltimore to
crazy.
calm
That's
down with all the violence? Stop putting a Band-Aid on an open wound.
Yes.
If a wound needs stitches, don't put a Band-Aid on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does it come from the mayor? Does
I
it
was
come
about to
from
say,
the
where's that
commissioner?
bell?
It comes from the community.
I was ready. You want to pass that bell this way?
Yo, I was like, I was so deep into what you said. As soon as you said the words, instead of trying to make panhandling illegal, fix the problem.
Exactly.
Right.
They're just trying to just push it away and say screw those people,
Right.
and they're not really trying to
At
help
the end of the
them.
day, they're people.
That's right.
90% of the crime that happens in society nowadays is mental health. Society doesn't want to admit that. What do we do? Okay, well, another shoe got shot up. Oh well, and you go on about your daily life.
That really is
And
what
that's not how
happens.
that's not how it's supposed to be.
No.
Right.
You
And
know
they
what I
get
mean?
thrown in the prison system. It's like, what's their charge? They're hungry. They need, they have mental illnesses. So you're gonna throw them in the you're gonna put them in the system. You don't
Exactly.
give them the help that they need, and then they just go. It's like a recycle.
Yeah.
They go in and out of the jail cells, but you're not getting to the root of the problem. That's another issue
Prison
that I
system
have.
is just
too.
a moneymaker.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I understand.
We've all heard it.
Yeah.
I have that same issue.
Yes.
It goes a lot deeper.
Yes.
We've all heard the movie,
Yeah.
the whatever the movie, whatever, the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
That's real,
Yeah.
and everyone's involved. If you're a politician, you're involved. If you police, you involved.
Yeah.
If you're COs, you're involved. If you're the president, damn right you involved.
Famous people are involved. Celebrities are the ones who actually put in money into these prison systems.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know it or
So,
not. It
actually-
really is horrible how they do us and how it's such a they train us to be okay. You're only going to make it through a certain amount of school, and then we're going to prisons. And that really sucks that they really look at it as such a cash cow. And I understand that it costs so much money. But as much money as you put into these prisons, all these boarded up houses out here, all these apartments that nobody is living in out here, can't you put money into those and actually take people off the street? It's 21 degrees outside.
Yes.
We walked about 10 minutes. We saw about 12 homeless people laying on the ground trying to stay warm. Like, Why? There's houses.
There are.
All this money in these cities. You got all these homeless. Like where we feed the homeless in DC, Franklin Square Park. We right across the street from the Washington Post building. Why do you have a huge park with 100, 200, 300 homeless people? Are you serious? You don't see a problem with that?
So a while back, I watched the video on the whole jail, the jail system and privatized prisons, and then we also had many conversations about money being, like, for example, last year and a couple of years before that, money got pulled from the city public schools and put into jails. So yeah, it's the school to prison pipeline, but
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's dumb. But also, it's just what happened with the prisons. What it was saying was that at some point people started making their own prisons, and they would make contracts with the state, so the state doesn't have to put in really money into it. But there's catches in the contract, like there's a quota that they have to maintain, and if they're under that number, if they're under the certain capacity, then the state or the city, whoever the contract is with, has to pay the jail more money. And I feel like that's a big part of the problem. We've taken so many ideas and so many organizations and put the people that shouldn't be in charge of it in charge of it. Because when you have a corporation made for something like jails are supposed to give people time away from society to think about what they're doing, but still give them a way to reintegrate. At this point, when a corporation's involved, they don't care whether they rejoin society. They basically just say, you're in here, we're paid, we don't care.
Exactly.
So how are they supposed to rejoin society if we're not going to give them the proper tools and people don't really care about the people?
Well, when they get out there, then again, they're homeless. They're on the street. There's no rehabilitation process. Yeah.
Like, after I get out of jail, what do I do?
Right. That's pretty much it.
Can't get a job. Institutionalize these people so much that they either, after they get out, they either try to stay alive, go back to jail a couple times before they realize this is not where I want to be, or they try and something happens and, for lack of better words, they can die. So it's like, where is the resources that they need for when people come out of jail and into the real world? Where are the resources to help them get back into acting as if this is the real world again? You know, they need that. This is something that they need. Not even just people in jail, but even homeless people. When people get homeless and they going through their struggles, where are the resources to help them not be homeless? Like, yes, hit it one more time. But like, where are the resources to help them not be homeless? Where are the open doors? Where's the shelters? Why are the shelters treating the people like they are? And I understand it's hard out here, and you have to try your best and try your hardest to hold your grounds. And I get it. I get it to the T, because in DC, they are reckless. They are. I love them. The homeless people are so reckless. They make you want to just scream at them. But you can't really like scream at them because you don't understand their story. You don't know their story. So it's like,
no one's taught them.
No one's taught them, or if they did teach them, they're not.
And it's not
they don't
all of
care
them in
anymore.
Baltimore. What you see is what you get. But 90% of them in Baltimore act like they got sense.
Yeah.
In DC?
I know you setting up. Can I help you?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that is true.
They don't do that in DC.
Really?
No one wants to come. Like, everyone comes together for Generosity Global. Nobody wants to come together and come as one in a huge team and do something. Everyone comes in, they get in where they fit in, they do it, they get out.
Right.
No high buy, no nothing. Who are you? Who are you? I'm in your city, and I'm rocking it better than you are. That's crazy. Y'all come out here, you do your little table thing set up. You do your little bag lunches. You do your toiletries and clothes. You might give them something hot to eat. We got food for days, snacks, beverages, music, clothes, toiletries, feminine products, everything.
We getting ready to take a break. So when we come back, we're going to talk more about that. And I'm interested to know, like, what types of resources you need, help, volunteers, all of that. I want y'all to share that information so people can partner. Like I said, them girls will be there on Sunday. We're coming in with our t-shirts on and all that good stuff. But we'll be there on Sunday. But I really want people to get in on this effort. So we'll talk about that when we come back from the break. So stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live. Be Exposed.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging, because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the Impact principles, and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4, and when I say she has some awesome leadership qualifications, I mean awesome. It's little things that we can observe with our kids, right?
Right.
For instance, when we take them to the park, she brings out a toy, and other people wants to play with them. But she's only child, by the way. She's not going to say, no, you can't play. Only play with this person. She takes the leader in the upper road and be like, okay, well, let's all take turns. So everybody get in the line. Okay, now you go first. Okay, now you go first. And she makes herself last. And that's what I want to see. And, you know, that's what I want.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Back. Lady down in Florida.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Wait. The award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with the artist and Angel Azrael.
You already know your boy Blizzard.
And Miss Be Inspired on the mic. And we have our guests tonight, Mark and Tiana from Skyline Foundation. Yeah, that's what I did kind of cut out at it. Like, somebody gonna ring it.
Let me reach over there. I got you.
We had to make it. We had to put it in the center. There you go. She got the bell. That's the coveted bell. She got it. So yeah, everybody, let me just say I'm excited tonight to have both Mark and Tiana here to talk about Skyline Foundation. They are doing some amazing things right now. See, there you
I
go.
was waiting.
That was on point, though. That was on point.
Yeah, you got it.
That was on point.
So yeah, and I've been able to attend a few here in Baltimore. I haven't been able to get to DC yet. I do want to. Actually, Saturday we were going to do that, but the schedules for them girls just didn't line up. So we will be there on Sunday, but I'm excited to be part of the whole process in general. And we got a chance to talk about the condition of homelessness in Baltimore and in DC. They're going to be traveling, all that great stuff to other cities. And I'm telling you, homelessness is an epidemic across this country. It just is. But for a city like Baltimore, as small as it is, to have as many homeless,
There's over 30,000 in Baltimore.
That's crazy.
I don't know if I'm supposed to hit the button for that. That's a lot of people. I'm not hitting this bell for that.
That's crazy. And there's over 30,000 homeless in Baltimore.
That is
Too
crazy.
many people. It's too much money.
Our population is not even that big here, so it's like
homeless people in Baltimore, and you don't want to do nothing with them, but you ask all the time, what can we do for these kids? You got 30,000 homeless people in Baltimore. Think how many kids are in these schools
that are homeless.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looking like Oompa Loompas.
That is.
And it's not even their fault. And I'm not trying to be funny.
No, that is true, though. Yeah.
Your clothes look like they ain't been washed in days.
Right.
Your hair is god awful, and it's not your fault. It might not even be your parents' fault or whoever your guardian is. But because you're homeless, nobody cares.
You know what's crazy too with you saying that? I remember a time, and I'm not going to put a date on my age, none of that, but I remember a time going to school and stuff, and the teachers cared. They did. If you came to school looking a certain way, if you came, they could tell that you were homeless or you didn't have the food or whatever, those teachers stepped in. Those counselors stepped in. It's just not like that anymore.
Because it's illegal to care now, actually.
If you're failing by the third
really
or fourth week, the teacher was calling home.
Yeah, that's true.
How are you a teacher calling the 7th and 8th week of a semester talking about, your child's failing? No, you're failing. You're not doing your job.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's
true.
There we go. Yeah, he can bring that.
I remember.
I lost in the words. I was really
You were definitely right. Because in 8th grade, I remember, because I was being defiant. I was rebelling against my family, so I went an entire quarter not doing a single assignment. It took until the last week for them to call my mom and say that he hasn't turned in a single assignment.
We've all been into an elementary school. Bell rings, all the kids are accounted for.
Right.
Yeah.
You go into middle school, bell rings, there's still kids in the hallway.
Yeah.
High schools,
kids outside.
Kids still in the hallway. My senior year, again, I'm like you. I ain't gonna say what. We ain't
gonna put it out there.
95 plus tax.
They're 90,
I got
95 plus
suspended my
tax,
senior
guys.
year for 3 days for being in the hallway without a pass.
Oh God.
These kids run these schools. It's daycare for kids because the teachers ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that is true.
You taking cursive out the equation. You trying to take final exams out the equation. What's next?
I mean,
You wonder why these kids are half stuck on students.
And we can't compete with other
Yeah.
societies either.
Hit it.
Right?
We can't.
Our kids. Hey, on that bell.
Stop taking that bell.
Well, look, it was one for you and one for her. I just had to make sure both were accounted for. I'm sorry.
They also took finances out of the equation. So graduate, don't know how to do taxes,
elementary schools are getting written. Elementary schools and middle schools are trying to get rid of recess.
Oh no, no, they were bad enough.
Elementary schools are trying to they're trying to do away with recess. But yet,
we're stopping at nap time.
The first thing out of your mouth is, why are these young kids so big?
Yeah.
So obese?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to say where I've seen little kids, and I look at the parents, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know the health issues that you potentially have at risk.
Yes.
But yet, your child, not saying they look that big, but your child looks like they 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds, and they in elementary school.
Yeah.
Are you serious? And you're fine with that?
I would just like for parents and teachers and community people and politicians to start caring again.
That's it.
Please start caring again. I know we're
Yes.
on the way back to it. I actually work at a charter school that serves students who are disconnected from their community. And I love where I work. And it's a lot of work, do not get me wrong. But I love where I work. Sustainable Futures Public Charter School. It's located in D.C. Yes. Shouts out to them because they love me. But it's just we've done so much for them within not even this past year, since September, and for some students within the past year that they come to us like, I'm so appreciative for you, I really thank you. One of our students just bought a Maxima on a car that he just bought with his money. That he got the job through us because we pushed him to go get a job.
Yeah. All right.
Like,
we do got to go to break.
This is love.
I want to hear more about that when we come back, because there are people who do care, and we don't get a chance to hear about that either. So let's talk a little bit more about that when we come back from this here commercial break right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
Say he's dead.
6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
While
death.
they were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Or probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like,
Yeah,
you're
that was
dating,
her
you know you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of thing. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh, man.
Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
On the welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with the artisan Angel Azrael, alliteration.
Right? Miss Be Inspired on the mic, and Blizzard went to go get Aisha, who will be hanging out with us for the second half of the show, the do-it-all girl herself. I'm so excited that she's here tonight. So, yeah, we were talking before we left from the break. Tiana was sharing with us that she works for a charter school. There are people who still care, teachers and folks in the community that do care. Earlier, we made a comment that, you know, we want that to come back. We want that to come back because that's really what makes the community work, in my opinion. When, like I said, when we were kids, we didn't put no date on our age, but when we were kids, the teachers and all, they cared. If you came to school, if you the school system, if you came to school hungry, teachers, they would give you a little meal or let me help you out, honey. All that kind of stuff. They helped and they cared. So we would like to see that come back. Please, if you're out there, you're listening, and you're someone who has some ideas about how you can help with the community, please do so, which leads me into my next point. We said we were going to talk about...
I was about to ask you a question.
What?
I was going to say, so if we're going back to the teachers caring how they used to, are we also going to go back to the disciplinary side of it too?
Right.
Okay, because I was about to say, because I feel like it may be needed nowadays, because someone needs the discipline.
There needs to be some type of structure.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And what I would like to say, because I work with Sustainable Futures, public charter school, located in D.C., of course.
Okay, there you go.
We use restorative practices, and whatever restorative practices are not us yelling at the students, not us saying detrimental things to the students, but helping them figure out where their anger is coming from, helping them learn how to speak about their mishaps and why they're upset about something before they actually react to it, helping them be more proactive than being reactive. And it really helps the students. Like, a lot of students have grown, instead of saying, oh, F this and I'm going to fight this and so like, they actually take the time out to talk to the person who they are upset with, and they're able to sit down and speak about it and clear it up and move forward. Like, this week alone has been
thank you.
This week alone has been like, it's only Wednesday. I feel like today is Friday. Like, that's how much has been going on with my school. But at the same time, like, we were able to talk one student out of fighting. We were able to sit another student down and explain to them where they went wrong. You know, these are the kinds of things that these students really need to hear, because in this age, and I know this is about to get really technical and very scientific, but your frontal lobe is where you carry all your emotions. That's not developed until you're 25.
Wow.
Okay? And with it not being developed until...
like that. Well, that might.
Yeah. There we go. And with it not being developed until you're 25, some people, a lot of people, majority, do not know how to carry their emotions. So, and because of their past trauma, they don't know how to, because this has happened before, they snap because this has happened before. It's not, okay, let me take a deep breath, let me take a step back, let me see what's actually going on, then let me react. It's, no, I'm just going to react and boom, boom, bam, now you're over in this corner and you're over in that corner, and now you got to get suspended and you got to get this stern talking to. Like, it's so much. And all you have to do is talk to them. Because as soon as you're able to touch that one little spot in their brain that says, oh yeah, this might not be the best way, they change. And I've seen it for myself.
That's good.
See, that is the solution. Yeah, one more. That is the solution. Like, because before, when you were just explaining it, you were right. There's usually two ways people go about expressing it when they don't know how to carry it. Either they go lash out or they repress it. Neither one is good. So
So yeah, we kind of do the same thing. I work in schools too. I work for a company called Holistic Life Foundation, and we do like yoga and mindfulness. So we have something called like a mindful moment room. So instead of kids like getting suspended, we take them to the room, tell them to breathe, take a couple breaths, feel that heart, calm down, things like that.
Yes.
So yeah.
I actually just learned about bubbles today.
Yeah.
What's bubbles?
With the mindful activities. When a student gets upset, or when somebody gets like really upset and they're not trying to calm down, when you open the bubbles and you blow the bubbles and you're mad, you're trying to blow the bubble, only one bubble will come out. Like, it'll just drop. But if you actually breathe and blow the bubbles, it'll help you calm down, because as you're focusing on whichever bubble you want,
that is true.
It's like,
that's true.
Oh, there we go. You know, oh, that's a bubble. And now all of a sudden, instead for them being at 100, they're at a 10. So get some bubbles.
Yeah.
I'm about to buy some bubbles.
Right. So it's like there a specific kind of bubble one you need, or just
no,
bubbles?
Any bubbles.
Any
Any kind of bubbles.
Dollar store.
Oh, I'm about to get a bunch of bubbles.
I have a pair of bubbles. I have a bubble can thing sitting at my desk now because I need it.
Now, I don't know how that's going to look in the corporate world. Like a bunch of federal government employees going, I'm not sure how that's gonna look.
It would look very bad. It'll look very bad.
I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
People are really gonna be mad if they see
They might
y'all
have to just stick to the stress balls and then
Yeah, stress
the
ball.
bubbles at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing that to my sister now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to
Students
make.
would definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm about to make my sister blow me bubbles when she gets mad.
She be blowing things all the time.
That's really how she is. Like, she'll focus on being angry while blowing the bubble. Like, just
She won't get very many results. Though.
exactly.
That's the whole point. All right, so let's talk about resources. Resources, right? So a couple of segments ago, like 2 segments ago, I did say that we were going to talk about that, and I do want us to talk about that with Skyline Foundation. So as we said before, they're doing some amazing things in the community. They are traveling. They're in Baltimore. They're in DC. They're getting ready to expand. And in order to do that, you need volunteers. You need resources. You need people to participate. Donate. Yes.
Right.
So Mark and Tiana, y'all tell us, what is it that you all need
Tables.
present day? How can people donate? Where they can reach you? All that good stuff to help.
We have for donations, cash donations. We have a bank account set up with SunTrust Bank.
Okay.
SunTrust Bank is everywhere. You can find them at a regular location. You can find them in different various grocery stores. You can find us on social media. Contact us any which way you can. We're taking everything. We're willing to take anything, everything, whatever you have. You don't want it. Someone's trash or someone else's treasure. You got
Facts.
it.
Yeah.
You got it, and it's that simple. How often do you go in your closet and like, I ain't worn that in 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 months go by. I ain't worn that in about 6-8 months. You're not gonna wear it.
Right. Just collecting dust. Yeah.
Coats. I get 3-4 new coats. Don't ask me why. I get 3-4 new coats every year. And the following year, I donate them because I don't wear them.
Right.
It don't get cold enough out here for me. That big old bear I got out there,
It's cold.
I can only wear that in Chicago.
It's really cold.
From the inner harbor back here, I did not wear it. I took it off.
Ooh, in the inner harbor be a little cold.
They don't call it the Windy City for nothing.
Minute walk.
Oh no! See, I would have been because I
It
was
was fur.
It was
Yeah, you woke up, it was 21 degrees.
That's good AC.
Where are you from?
He's from Chicago.
The Windy City.
Okay.
The Windy City. Self-explanatory.
So yesterday and today was your kind of weather because it was
108 years to do it, but we did.
Nah. I was about to say, since you're from Chicago, how you feel about my man Chance the Rapper?
I love Chance the Rapper.
He's all right with
the
me.
best.
He's got
He's
some-
doing
he got
everything
some
for
sense.
Chicago.
Now, you know, the other lunatic on the other side of the bridge.
Easy.
Something wrong with him.
But I love
Chance.
everything that Chance is doing, especially because he's actually getting in with the youth.
Hit that bell.
Right.
Just for
Yeah, he
Chance.
does,
Chance
Yes.
does a lot in the community.
wow.
There's a girl, I don't remember her name. She was on Steve Harvey's show. Early this year, late last year. 12, 13, 14, Miami. I want to do something in the community because there's too much violence. And they've been on this one corner doing something positive, and not one crime has been committed. And she's been doing it for over a year.
Wow.
Mind you, it's a neighborhood like, say, Emerson Ave,
Right.
North
yeah.
Ave, Bel Air Road, Garrison.
I can't.
You
I'm from Garrison. I
you
am.
not
Yeah.
that far from crime.
Nah, you're not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to live around the corner from the golf course off Windsor Mill and Garrison. Like, it's that bad out there? Because it was not that bad when I lived in Forest Park. Townhomes and apartments.
Right.
It was not that bad.
It's gotten worse over the years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The crime is just increased.
Randallstown is starting to get bad.
Yeah.
That's because they're cleaning up the city. You see what they're doing across the street from Mondawmin Mall? Putting up 3, 4, 5, 600,000 townhomes.
Oh, gentrification.
Gentrification at its finest.
Yep.
Boy,
All up and down North Ave. They tore the school down. They tore the projects down. The school's almost rebuilt. They revamping all of that.
Yeah, just like they did over there by Emerson. They revamped that whole.
And who lives over there?
Yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah.
Really?
Who lives where? He lives where?
Over North Ave.
Oh.
In the new, you talking about in the new
A block away from North Ave.
Okay.
Where the projects were in the school.
Yeah.
She lives right around the corner from there.
Wow.
And then there's another politician, I think closer to Drew Hill Park, that lives in that general area.
It's just the cycle. They push.
It's not a bad area. You got bad seeds in it. I've been over there.
Yeah.
I know someone that lives over there.
Right. It's
And
not.
I'm like, you live in a hood. No, I don't.
You don't know.
And I was like,
hood,
I was
but
like,
it is.
I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna drop this or that. I was like, you got a certain type of people over here. You don't live in the hood. She was like, I tried to tell you.
It's sad. I went when
pockets,
I
I
was.
think.
Yeah, it's pockets. And that's everywhere you go.
When I was working for Solar City, I actually came to a home in Baltimore, and it was weird because it was nice homes, but as soon as I got to the end of the street, it was boarded up homes all down the street, and it kind of like caught me off guard because I was thinking, oh, we're finally in Baltimore where it's not boarded up homes.
Yeah, you by John
everywhere.
Hopkins.
Then they just popped up, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and there's whole blocks like that.
Yeah, right by Hopkins. Yeah.
Like off of North Ave and Linden, around the corner.
Oh yeah, it's nothing
it's
but it's a ghost town.
Especially
Yeah.
lit buildings. If they're not boarded up, they're bricked up. Like, what are you doing? This is space just rotting. When you got people out here starving, freezing, during the summertime, they're burning up.
Right.
But yet you got all this empty space in this city.
Linden especially, like, because a couple of months ago I worked door to door and I was just going in different neighborhoods selling stuff, and I realized once we got to a certain section it was like maybe one house a block that was actually there.
Right.
And it's just ridiculous. There's so much space but no one's doing anything with it. That's why actually I read an article there thinking about bringing back the dollar house program.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
the
I
dollar
was
house.
just about to bring that up. I was thinking about it. There we go. Boom.
Yes.
Because actually,
we're on the same page here.
I have to put a plug in there
I'm
for
be
them
like Monopoly,
girls.
son.
So
Them girls.
y'all gotta watch out for them girls because that's a part of our initiative. We are going to be looking for homes to rehabilitate. And if you are a female construction worker, engineer, architect, hit us up because that's what it is. You them girls, and we're gonna be recruiting you to do that. So yeah, that's one of our movements coming up real shortly. 2018, we looking for them girls. All right,
Them girls.
I had to add that in.
Them girls.
Yes,
Them
we're
girls.
gonna be doing it. All right. So did we cover resources? Well, this week, okay, we got 30 seconds, so we can't even do that. Let me see how we have. Okay, so man, 30 seconds.
I don't want to go yet.
Okay, so
Come on, feed the homeless this Saturday,
That's
this Sunday.
right.
Yes.
Baltimore,
That's right.
DC.
Feed the homeless, Franklin Square Park on Saturday, and under the
Under the
83
bridge.
Under
Yes.
the 83 bridge on Sunday.
1:30 on Sunday, because them
Yes.
girls are gonna be there. 1:30 on Sunday if you're in the
Yes.
Baltimore area.
Any tables, any donations, any way that you want to help, any
Yes.
monetary donations, everything that you can give, just give to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
You have a social media page?
Got all that.
Skyline Foundation, right? You just look
Yeah,
it up.
there you go.
Skyline, not with an I. Skyline with a Y.
SKYLYNE.
Yeah.
Skyline.
Skyline Foundation. Look them up
Yes.
on social media. Well, thank y'all for
Thank
coming.
you.
You know, y'all
Appreciate
come
it.
back.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Skyline Foundation.
Ghetto.
Back.
Okay,
Y'all
I'm
come back.
I am so finished.
All right, so family, thank you so much. We have Aisha Edwards, the do-it-all girl, who will be coming with us or joining us after the break. So make sure you stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
Oh, I missed .com.
Let's go to the telephone. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thanks.
I have a problem. Hope you can, help me solve it. Give me an idea of something.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm 25 years old, and I'm a second grade teacher. And I
I've been engaged to my girl. Well, we've been together for about 2.5 years, and now we're engaged. You know, everything is going good with us. Back in October, I got a new student, and the child is being raised. He's a single, being raised by his parents. So the father, you know, came up to the school and meet me. You know, they knew in the area, so you know, we started hanging out. You know, just watching games. You know, going to bars. You know, just chilling or whatever.
Got you.
Okay.
With your student's father.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, like, so, you know, it's just nothing. You know, he's new in the area. You just want to know some spots to go out or whatnot. So,
Gotcha.
Okay. One night we were sitting, watching TV, had a couple drinks, and as you would say, you know, we was just talking.
Get ready on the button.
Okay. As you would say, make a long story short, he came over to me, unzipped my pants, and gave me a professional.
Okay.
And
had you ever had a homosexual experience up until this point?
No, I had not.
Had you ever thought about it?
I never even thought about it, Wendy. And the thing is...
But it was good, though, right? Because they say only a man knows how to please another man.
I mean, it was okay.
Oh.
It was okay.
Okay.
So, you know, we continue to mess around or whatever. Been going on for, like I said, since about October. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, you know, this is not right. I need to be... Okay,
I need you to hold on for just one moment while I do my break, but I need to come back on the phone with you.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so... God, I am so... So, is he gay?
I mean, I guess so.
What I mean is, was he gay prior to this? Is he a professional gay man?
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Okay. So now you have a lot of different issues going on within one telephone call.
Yeah, but this is the main issue.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you know, like I said, it's been a few months, and I told him, I was like, you know, we need to cut this out because I'm engaged. You know, it's not right. You know, we need to really cease our dealings. And he didn't want to. He doesn't want to. And he's at the point where he's like, you know, he'll call my fiance. You know, he'll go to the district. He'll do, you know, all types of stuff. You know, he comes to my class all the time. I mean, of course, I can't stop him from doing that. I mean, he's just always just constantly in my face. And I mean, I don't know what to do. Right now, I'm currently seeking employment, you know, in some other places because I don't want my name to be ruined, you know.
Right.
So how should I handle this?
Okay. First of all, how does he know your fiance's number to call her?
I mean, he has the number. We live together.
Oh,
so,
God.
I mean, he has my cell, you know. He has my house number.
Now, do you own your house or do you rent?
I rent.
It's time to look for a new place to live. I mean, really. And you don't need to do a lot of explaining to your fiance other than that you're about to get married and you want to, you know, fresh start.
Okay. I mean...
As far as your job, there's no way getting around this. You've dug a terrible, terrible grave for yourself. And your fiance is going to find out, and so is your job. You know why? Because this man is new to town. You are one of his only friends, and he has nothing better to do but either be your friend or else be your enemy and make your life miserable. And the idea of his son being in your class, I am surprised that a man of your position would have crossed the line to socialize with one of your kids' parents in the way in which you did. Going out to bars and drinking and all like that. I know it seemed innocent in the beginning, but you know what? I'm surprised that you would let one of your kids' parents into any part of your life after school. Like that.
And Wendy, I mean, I'm involved with all of my students. You know, I have good rapport with all of them. You know, as I say, it just started off as, you know, just somebody wants to, you know, someone new in town. You know, I'm a nice person. I get along with everybody. You know, we can hang out. You know, we can do things.
No, you can't. Not with your kids' parents. Not with your kids' parents.
And you're right. You're right, Wendy. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would get to this magnitude, and now I just don't know what to do.
Have you ever thought about moving and doing a fresh start, not just to a different school, but a new part of the state?
I've thought about it, but right now that would probably be my best option.
Are you tenured?
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. No.
Oh crap! Well, you can kiss that goodbye. This guy's gonna ruin you. He has nothing better to do. Think about it. If he at least was from the town, then he would have other stuff occupying his time. He's got nothing better to do but pick up his kid from school and stalk your ass. You're ruined. You're finished.
So should I resign?
Yes.
At the end of the year?
Yes. And before you resign, you really do need to be ready to move because he's then going to stalk your house.
Yes. I am. I'm preparing to do that.
How you doing? I wish you well.
Thanks, Wendy.
I'm gay. I am going to kill you, Art. It's like we've got 5 sound effects on this whole show. And is it me being 12 or what? No, I know we have more than 5, but it seems like we only have 5.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show on the award-winning BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with the artist and angel Azrael.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
Miss Be Inspired on the mic, and we have our wonderful Be Inspired Radio Show contributor, the Do It All girl,
all right,
Aisha Ellis.
You beat me to it.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, so what's going on? What's new? What would you like to share with the Be Inspired family tonight?
All right, so today I want to talk about reinventing yourself.
Yes.
So have you ever been at a point in your life where you needed to make some changes, whether it be in your career, your personal life, your relationships, your friendships, and you needed to do some new things, or maybe you've already been there and went through it, and you had some challenges and you want to share what helped for you. Let's talk about that tonight. I'd love to be able to talk about some of those things.
What's up?
All right.
We got questions already.
I actually have some. So I'm gonna go into myself here. I have personal questions I want answered. So with reinventing yourself, I had an issue to where I was like known as a more kid-friendly artist, and I was kind of stuck in one genre. So it was hard for me to be able to get out of that and be able to expand. And I'm wondering, like, how can you go through things like that a little smoother for future reference?
Okay. Well, there are several things you kind of have to look at, because the first thing you have to start thinking about is, okay, what have I done in the past that has led me to this moment? Because everything that you have in the past is supposed to help you to get to that next step, all right? And then 2, you want to start looking at the map of where you're going. So if your current reality isn't matching the plan that you have and you're trying to make a shift, you have to kind of look at the small pieces and say, okay, where is it that I want to go? And what is it that doesn't look like that today? And how can I transition that? What skills do I have, or what have I done and contributed that I need to start changing and tweaking so that I can make it look differently, so that people perceive me in a different way? So specifically for that particular example, what I would say is, okay, if you were a more kid-friendly, when you say artist, what kind of artist?
Hip-hop.
Okay.
Not rap. There's a difference.
Okay, got it. We'll make that mistake. Well, I would start thinking about, okay, what is it that people want to hear, or what is it that people think of when they think of someone who's moving into that next era. I mean, look at LL Cool J, right? Like, he made that massive transition.
Yeah.
He's been timeless. I mean, we're talking decades, right? And each time he brought something new to his music. First it was the love, ladies love era. Then it was like, I'm gonna get my head sprung thing going on, the club era. Then he went into like that more grown adult kind of thing. And you know, throughout the times, he's looking at what's going on for the day, what's relevant, and what are the things that he has that makes him dynamic, and how can he take that to appeal to either a new audience or to make a new impression. And that's what you kind of have to start thinking about. So what are the things, let me ask you a question, what are the things that you think someone would need to change those perceptions that would take them from being a kid-friendly artist to be more, let's say, appreciated by a mainstream?
So what would they need to change? They would need to change like the content of their songs and things like that, but that's where the issue came. The issue was more so when you're known for a certain, like, it's like not always kid friendly, but like, so you know how with music there's a lot of different things that people don't like some people don't like all the profanity, and some people don't like any certain themes. So it's just like the ideas in each group are kind of limited to the group. So when you're stuck in this section, the hard part is getting the people in this section to look at you, because if you're stuck doing things for this section, you have to still try to find an opportunity to get there, but you're only going here.
Right. Okay, so the first thing I would respond is the first thing you have to think about is, who do you want to appeal to and who do you want to be? Because the reality is, we can't appeal to everybody. Everyone's not going to like you. Everyone's not going to think you're great. It doesn't mean that you're not awesome. It just means everyone's different. Everyone has their opinion.
I wanted to interject. When you said that is the hugest hurdle. You have to get, and we only have 30 seconds left, but you have to get beyond the point of feeling like, you know, you won't be okay if every audience doesn't want you. You have to be okay with the fact that there are only certain audiences that might appreciate what it is that you do. If you can get over that hurdle first, then you'll be able to make that transition. But understanding that this audience might not buy into what you're doing, that audience might not buy into it, but you do have an audience, and do what you can to appeal to that audience to get their support. For you want a more mature audience to be able to appreciate you, you know, so it means appealing to that more mature audience, finding out, doing the research and finding out what it is that they appreciate in their music. You already know that, you know, by doing market research, finding out what are they buying out there, you know, does my style match that? So that's the fact that you said that, I have to agree. That is the first hurdle. Every audience is not going to appreciate you, but you have to be okay with that. And if you can, then the rest is cake.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we gotta go to break. So anyway, stay tuned, family. More with the do-it-all girl, Aisha Edwards. She's giving out some powerful advice, but you know I had to get on Miss Be Inspired soapbox for just a moment. We'll be back after this break, so stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
What's going on this weekend? Nothing? It's too cold? Girl, I'm never gonna go see this Selma movie. Gosh, it's sad. I don't like looking at people in old clothes. You know what I'm saying? Dressed in them styles. Those styles is played. And I definitely don't want to go see another movie where Oprah got her bags on display. The ones under her eyes. And I love me some Oprah, but goodness gracious, they always put her, you know, strip her down with no makeup on, and them bags on her eyes be on display. Like, girl, let your worries go. Stop holding them down like that. Get some rest. She need a whole week of sleep.
The all-new season of Talk Lately, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset.
Mm-hmm.
You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. Toxic, hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, is the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run to the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything. Right. And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like in a military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself. Because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedule are laid out. By this time, you got to do this. By this time, you got to do this. Eat at this time, back on the field. So,
hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. That's the real deal.
It's period.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, you did say no, the third.
Yeah. Warheads, too. Warheads. Getting all of them.
What is some crybabies? We ain't crying.
That's why I said it's going to be the most emotional show we ever had.
The roof of our mouths are going to be scratched up, and our tongues are going to be in pain.
Welcome back to the BeExposed Radio Show. Our tongue is going to be all...
yeah, because warheads scratch your...
and toe up.
Warheads are the driest sour candy ever.
I ain't have a warhead in a minute.
It's like a lollipop with a bunch of cracks. It sucks all the moisture out of your mouth.
You know what I used to really like? What is it? Those Sour Powers, the green ones though only.
Oh, I haven't had. Oh my goodness, I haven't had
sour
those.
apple.
Oh, you mean Sour Punch?
Yeah, the Sour Punch, same thing.
Oh
Yep.
gosh, yeah, I haven't had those in forever.
Remember, it used to be 5 cents a piece, and then you like get a whole bag. Like
First of all, penny candy. Do you remember penny candy?
Oh no! Oh my God, when candy was a penny.
Yes, they had you could buy a whole bag of 100 pieces of candy, and each piece was 1 cent. And they had the warheads, the crybabies, all of that was 1 cent. 1 cent. Then they had the fruity Tootsie Roll. Oh yeah, fruity thing.
How about those? How about?
What? Oh, this must be a good memory.
No.
No.
We got caught slipping.
We're on air?
Yes.
How long have we been on air?
For a good minute.
Well, anyway, welcome back.
Because I looked at my phone and I was like, and I saw no one over there, and I was like, we definitely should be on by now.
Okay, so if y'all don't know what's going on, tonight we are celebrating Be Exposed Radio's award win, the Baltimore Music Awards. We won Radio Station of the Year. Also, this is the last week of airing for us before we go on a break, and then we'll be back the first week of January. So it's a party going on outside of the studio. Y'all can't see it, but the whole Be Exposed family is here. We're eating, laughing, they're having a good time. We can't wait till the end of the show so we can go join the party too. Salacious Life Dr. Ren will be in here. She'll be taking over the reins, and we'll have a chance to go and party. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on right now that you can't see, but we're having a good time, and this is our season finale. We will be back January the 3rd, 2018 strong. We will be celebrating 1 year for Azrael. Can you believe that? 1 year.
We got caught slipping.
That is.
Thank you.
You still stuck?
Yeah, I'm still on that.
You already know this is a live show. Stuff like that.
Ever since that idea that she had, she said, "Let's do got caught slipping." Ever since that day, it's been constantly slipping.
I mean, it's all good. Listen, it's a live show. It's not edited. It's not any of that.
We just gotta reinvent the moment.
That's all we doing.
Be inspired bloopers.
Oh, we got it. Titus, that's my husband. He's the film producer. Can you hook that up for us? Be Inspired Bloopers. Do that video for us, boo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll put that out there. Yeah. All right, so we have Aisha Edwards here, the do-it-all girl. We're excited to have her in the studio. She's talking about reinventing yourself. Very appropriate topic. I'm excited about this platform, even for her, and I'll allow her to go into detail about that. But yes, so yeah, Miss Aisha.
So when we left, we were also talking about trying to make a change from one place to another, and we talked about making change from being one type of artist to another. But one of the other things we have to ask ourselves is what belief systems we have that are tied to our old way of being, and that are either preventing us or helping us, or that we need to change and adjust so that we can get to that new way of being. So for example, you might be thinking, okay, I need to appeal to this audience, that audience, and be the buffet, when really maybe you don't have to be, and not being appealing to everyone and not appealing to different audiences will allow you to ignite your passion and kind of be the best that you can be, so that you can find the right audience for you and appeal to them and give them exactly the artist that you want to be and the best of you.
Yes, I love that. I wanted you to get a little bit into, because you and I had a conversation earlier today, and I was like, wow. And I also talked a little bit about, before you came on the show, how you never know why you're connected with someone, or you don't know how you'll impact one another. And so we got to talking about reinvention. So would you share a little bit about your journey? Because I think that would help other people, especially those who might be in transition. I've certainly been there, and I continue to reinvent myself. And to the point where this week, you see I have all these colors in my hair. Next week, I may be totally blonde. Who knows? It just depends on how I feel. But yeah, so just talk a little bit about your experience or where you are in the process of reinvention.
Okay, so right now, where I am in the process of reinvention, I've had to reinvent myself several times over the course of my career, whether that be where I was starting my career, then I had to switch to like in management and having to make some transitions there, and then switching to having my own business. So one of the things that I wanted to do when I started Do It All Girls, I really wanted to help people. And it was interesting because when I talked to some people would get it. They'd be like, oh my God, you know, and really the focal point of my organization is to really help people be all they can be, help people discover unknown talents that they do have, really support people in trying to make the best and biggest changes in their life so they can live their best life and be their best self. And it was interesting because when I had started that, I was having some difficulty connecting with audiences. So I had spoke to a couple of people, very well-intentioned, good mentors, great business people, and they were like, you know what? You need to focus. And the thing is that I wanted to provide services that are kind of soup to nuts to women because we're kind of all over the place. We're caretakers, we're you know, creating our finances, we're doing our career, we're raising our children, and that requires lots of different things all in one. And however, the advice I got was, you know what, you should focus on finance. You have these finance expertise, you would connect with women, and so that was the direction that I went. And what I started to feel was, you know, my own personality. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, master of some, but it kind of started to limit me in what I could do and how I could really show up in the world. So I had to kind of make some changes and say, you know what, how can I really maximize or give the best of myself to everyone, and what do I really want to do? What does that look like, and how can I do that? And so I had to kind of say, you know what, maybe I need to pivot outside of finance and start to make changes into really helping people, and how do I do that? And how do I make sure that I have the encouragement, the opportunities, and the windows that would allow me to do that?
And so that's what we talked about earlier, Aisha and I, when we were on the phone, like, you know, using the platforms that you have currently to help you rebuild your image or reinvent yourself. And so for me, having this radio show 2 years ago, going on 3 years now, helped me to reinvent myself. I was highly invested in my children, highly invested in my marriage, highly invested in even, you know, my church community and things like that. But I knew that there were some other parts to me. And to an extent, I was being compartmentalized by others, and that's all that they could see of me because I was so invested in those areas in my life. But deep inside of me, I'm like, there is so much more to me, and I'm a very colorful person, but nobody would know that because I'm so stuck on these compartments of my life. And so having this radio show, it's like an evolution because I was able to peel some of those layers back on myself and really get to the core of who I am, which is a colorful person. I love everybody. I do. I don't have no hate in my heart, you know. Yeah, I mean, I have my issues just like everybody else. I don't claim to be perfect at all. But the core of who I am is that I'm a caring, loving person, and I like to have fun, and I'm colorful, and I wear a lot of colors, and my hair's a whole bunch of different colors. But that's who I am to the core. And then when I started to get connected with that part of me, then I realized people could appreciate me better. When I was being half of who I was, I wasn't confident in who I was. I wore lots of black and neutral colors back then.
Black.
And it's nothing wrong with anybody who does, but that wasn't who I was, and people could clearly see that wasn't who I was, and people could not connect with me because I wasn't being my true self. And so when I came out of that show, I started rocking my colorful hair and my colorful clothes. People could relate to me because I reinvented myself. But I used platforms like this, the radio show. I surrounded myself around other people who were on that same path, and it worked. It worked.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And it's interesting that you talked about it like that, because what's really happening when you're afraid to make that change, or when you're hiding a piece of yourself, is you're really facing head on with fear.
Right.
And fear can really be a demobilizing and really, it's a powerful emotion that can actually make us, it can actually steer us off track. It can actually keep us from opportunities, and it actually keeps you from really connecting, as you said, to other people, connecting to your environment, really tapping in, even tapping into your own homing device, whether you believe in God or you just, you know, are listening to your mind and just saying, you know what, this is the direction I want to go. When you're in fear, you really cannot hear. And so one of the things you have to do is start to pick apart, okay, who is it that I want to be? Who am I? Who am I to my core? And what does that look like? And how can I show up in the world in a way that honors that peace, that sheds that fear, and allows me to be more powerful? And how can I do that without caring and having a face of, you know, of being worried that people are not going to like you, having a face of, you know, judgment? Because honestly, if you're worried about being judged, you probably have some ways that you're self-judging that are preventing you from getting to that next place.
So with you saying that, I'm gonna use a small example. So of course, you know, like I said, I wear all these colors in my hair, but I also work for the federal government during the day. And so I go to the hair salon. I let my stylist, shout out to Make Me Over Salon, Aisha Beauty. She's one of my good friends, and she's the owner of that salon. She has her own product line, all that good stuff. But when I go to the salon, I let her do whatever. And when I go to work, see, if I wasn't confident in who I am, you know, I'd be second guessing my hairstyle, and then, you know, I'd be worried every other second about what somebody's going to think about it. No, when I sit in that chair and she puts peacock colors in my hair, when I leave that salon, I feel good about myself. So when I show up to work, I'm not worried about what anybody thinks. But my supervisor, who is high up on the pay scale there, we see each other in the bathroom, and she says, "I just love your hair. You know, I just love it." She said, "Only you could rock a hairstyle like that." She said, "Rock." Let me say, I was like, wait a minute. My supervisor said, "Rock." Right. She said, "Only you could rock a hairstyle like that." She said, "But I love it. It's so much fun." And, you know, she expressed her like of it the best way she could. But I had confidence in myself. I wasn't concerned about what somebody thought about me. If I came in there with my peacock, I get my work done, okay? When I'm here, I'm about my business. That's what counts, right? So yeah.
And you know what? You probably gave her a license to start thinking about what she wants to do that's different. Yeah. That might be a little out of the box.
Exactly.
You know, that typically has been branded as not acceptable. Because, I mean, all of those things are really just judgments that really don't say things about our inside. Now, of course, we know that there are certain environments where, I mean, you know, you probably won't be the president and, like, you know, dye your hair 5 colors.
And there's
that's the path you chose, and you know what that entails.
Wrap it up.
You know?
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Yeah, I did see the 30-second sign. I just wasn't being a good student. All right, everybody. So listen, we're gonna ready to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. That'll be it for us, and we will see y'all on January 3rd. But come back. We still got one segment. All right. So stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for a flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a single one, you know. Yeah. But it's always something that you can
go ahead. Listen, can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
They're Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras, and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? Let me show how they bust.
And they want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and you know, shake it off real quick. But you crying? F*** out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shame.
Oh shit.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. We are wrapping up our final show for 2017, our season finale, family.
What a year.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us all year long. Y'all are the best. I'm serious. I have been getting inbox a lot, though, from fans and people who appreciate the Be Inspired Radio Show. They love y'all. The fans love the two of you.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna go read some of those.
Yes. I'm gonna make sure I send them to you. But they were like, yeah, you got the dopest team. I'm like, I do. These guys are the best, and I'm grateful that we are a team. Yeah.
All right.
Moment of silence. Drop a tear.
Sentimental holiday tears.
Right. Antlers on. Y'all see? It matches my hair a little bit too. Aisha, so thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a contributor.
Thank you.
I'm so happy we met. We met at the Congressional Black Caucus 2 years ago.
I know, right?
2 years.
Oh my God.
Hasn't it been 2? No,
yeah,
one.
Wait,
was it 1 year ago?
Well, 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
It's getting to be 2 years.
You know, I know, right?
Oh my
Dang.
gosh.
Time is flying by, right?
Yes.
And you never know. Next thing you know, we're collaborating here, right? You know?
And we have lunch dates too. So
Absolutely.
we do go out. We find the best places to go
take
eat.
for granted the people that you meet. I swear, like everyone has a purpose, reason, season, lifetime. You never know, and just be open. You know.
Yes, that's good advice. Thank you, the Do It All girl. Thank you. I'm excited. So, of course, she will be back with us again for 2018 as a contributor right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show. We still have Charlene CC. She is so. Ezra loves UCC. Just letting you know. Remember CC, the one from the UK.
Oh yes.
You
I love her.
Yes. she
Yes.
loves
the accent.
Right.
No, she's awesome.
Just in general, yeah. But so we still have Nella, who's doing some amazing things over in Australia. That's one of my good friends there. Her and I, every now and then, we'll Facebook chat and everything. I'm trying to get over there to see her, you know. So our show is doing some amazing things. The whole Be Exposed family is doing some amazing things. We are the winners of the Radio Station of the Year, the Baltimore Music Awards Radio Station of the Year. Tonight, we're all celebrating. You can't see, but out in the lobby, a lot of the Be Exposed family is out there enjoying food, laughing, having a good time, celebrating all the good things that have happened this year. And everybody on this whole station has worked hard. All of the shows bring something different, but every show is significant. So I'm encouraging everybody to make sure that you check out the Be Exposed Radio website at www.beexposedradio.com. You can check out all of the shows on the station there. Be Inspired Radio Show just happens to be part of that family.
Yeah.
And we love what we do. We share the platform with some amazing hosts and guests. It's just been real this whole year. 2017's been kind of hot.
It's been
it's been kind of hot.
Yes.
Yeah. So the holidays are around the corner. My kids, in general, I started shopping back in September, October. That's the way I do it.
Wow, that's early.
Because as I see the stuff, I buy it because sometimes it's on sale. Excuse me. Bloopers. So I've been buying stuff all year round. So I'm practically done. I don't like the stress of the hustle and bustle of the holiday.
And when you wait last minute, it'd be too much.
Oh my gosh, yes. You might as well wait until after Christmas.
Nothing's available, or there's long lines, or the fighting in the stores. I'm just not into that.
I wish somebody
I'm
would.
getting too old for
I'm
all
an
that.
online shopper.
Yes.
Just for that reason.
Last year I did do that. I did all my shopping online, and it was the best. It was so stress free. I just opened the door. Oh, there's my package. Okay.
Doesn't work. Put it right back in that box.
And
send it back.
9
9 times out of 10 for free, right?
And don't be afraid to have Christmas on December the 26th or thereafter when they start slashing them prices.
Oh, there's Kwanzaa too, right? 26th is the first.
Yes, it is. My kids said they wanted to celebrate Kwanzaa this year, so I said, okay, that's a first for us. We'll do it. Whatever makes them happy. They did.
That's lit.
I was like, okay. You get to teach them a little bit about their heritage. And
What's up with them Kwanzaa prices, though?
That's what I'm saying.
At the store, I'm gonna walk in there and be like, you know, it's Kwanzaa, right?
With that, right?
It's like you can't bring it back up. It's Kwanzaa, you know. You gotta be open-minded.
Yes. Aisha, do you have any plans for the holiday?
I'm gonna probably go back to New York, check on the people. You know, just probably make the rounds around the states, you know.
Nice. Yeah, y'all didn't know she's a New Yorker.
Yes.
New
York.
Yes.
What's
So
up, Brooklyn?
that's it for us. We're down to the 32nd, probably less than that now. I'm telling you, I'm so excited right now because I'm getting ready to get off of here and go and get me another plate of food. Y'all couldn't tell. I had my... This is so ghetto, but I was between the break. I was eating my chicken. Look, Eric got his plate. Everybody's happy. We're all fed. So make sure you enjoy your holiday. Have a safe, blessed holiday season. Enjoy your family, your friends, your loved ones, and make sure you join us January the 3rd, 2018 for our season premiere, where we'll be doing a whole lot of celebrating, popping sparkling cider bottles, and celebrating Azrael 1 year, and so much more. So make sure you join us again. We love you. Thank you for being avid listeners of the show, the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. You know, with our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing